In this video, we will look at the layers that are available to you in the Pearl Mussel Project online map. This year, there are some additional layers available, which we hope will be of use to you. The layer list is located just underneath the Search Townland button toolbar, and by clicking on the layer button, you will get a list of all of the layers that are present in the online map. You will see that some of these layers have a tick next to them, which means that they are turned on, and some of them do not, which means that they are turned off by default. Because there are so many layers in this map, we have only got certain layers switched on by default, which means they're the ones you see when you log into the online map automatically. Some of the additional layers that are available to you this year are NPWS designated sites and national or recorded monuments. The designated sites, as you can see when I turned it on, is shown up as areas of hatching on the map. To get more information on these designated sites, you can simply click on the designated site, and information including its site code, site name will appear in the pop-up window. If you want further information, you can simply click on the More Info link and you will be brought straight to the National Parks and Wildlife Service page relating to that site. Similarly, for recorded monuments, which are shown as these red circles on the map, you can simply click on them to find out what they are, in this case, a rink fort. These two layers are switched off by default, but they may be useful for you to look at, in particular when you're thinking about proposing supporting actions for a farm. You can quickly turn these layers on, and it may just be worth considering if there are any designated sites or recorded monuments in close proximity to areas that you're considering supporting actions for, and if that might have any implications for those supporting actions. Another layer that's available to you but that isn't turned on by default is the Townlands layer. So you can simply switch this on if you want more information on townlands in your proximity. This year, the Freshwater Pearl Mussel habitat layer will not be switched on by default, but it is available to you if you wish to view it. Instead, the Pearl Mussel Project floodplain payment will be visible on the map, and this is shown as an area of pink along the map. If you see this pink area adjoining any of your farms, then you know that those farms will be entitled to an additional floodplain payment this year. At the moment, when you log into the online map, you will see that by default, the scores information from 2019 is visible on the map. So you will see that each habitat plot has a score. If you want information on these scorecards, you can simply click on them and you will see all of the information from the scorecard and the points for the individual sections. These will not be turned on by default once the starting date for 2020 scoring has begun, as the new scorecards will then start appearing on the online map. However, these scorecards will still be available to you as a layer, they just won't be switched on. So if you wish to view the 2019 scorecards, all you need to do is open the layer list, scroll down to the 2019 scorecards and turn them on if you wish to view them. The final layer that is available to you this year is Pmp Drainage Data. So last summer we had 2 surveyors out doing very detailed surveys on drainage features on both private land and priority commonages that came into the programme last year. These surveyors will also go out this summer to look at the new priority commonages and any new farmers that are joining the programme. So we hope that this drainage information will be of use to you and will give you a lot more information on your farm. So for example, if I was looking at this farm last year, all I would have available to me in terms of drainage information was that there was a river running along this part of the farm and that there were 2 smaller streams running through the eastern part of the farm. However, this year, if I turn on the drainage data information, I can get additional information on drainage features both within and around the farm. These drainage features are color-coded based on their classification. So as well as collecting information about the drainage features, such as their width, depth, substrate type, whether or not there was a buffer present, what type of flow was present in the drainage feature, there's also an overall PMP assessment that can be either excellent, good, inadequate, or poor. And they're color-coded based on that outcome. So to look at what each colour means, you can simply go to the legend and you will see here that any of the green drainage features have an excellent assessment, any of the yellow ones are good, orange means inadequate, and red means poor. So if you're looking at your farm and you see that all of the drainage features are showing up as green or yellow, you know that the things are in pretty good condition on that farm. However, if they're more orange or red, you know that there are problem areas, and these could be good places to target your field survey this year, or places where potentially supporting actions could be put in to help increase the whole farm assessment. In addition to these drainage feature lines, there are also survey notes that were collected by the surveyors when they were doing these drainage surveys. So these show up as little yellow stars or asterisks, and again you can get information on these by clicking on them. The surveyors also collected pressure point information, which show up as red stars, and again you can see the comment and the pressure by clicking on the red star. And sometimes you will find that there's photos attached to these survey points, and to view the photo you can simply click on the link and you will see the picture right in front of you. So before you even go out into the field, you can get a lot of information on the drainage features on your farms. And finally, there are also drainage feature points. So these are generally associated with the drainage feature lines that you're looking at. And by clicking on them, you can sometimes just get a little bit more information, and sometimes there will be a photo attached to them as well, which you can simply, again, click on to view. So we hope that these additional layers will be of use to you, and you can simply turn on and off the different layers as you wish to make it easier for you to do whatever work you need on the map.